for those of you that if you don't know who I'm talking to, and I'm talking about Elite Three, Margie Aliprandi, and oh my gosh, I could tell you a long, long, amazing story about our connection. And we actually had a chance to meet over 15 years ago. We've been friends inside of this profession for a long time, and there's so many times over the last 7 years that we pinch ourselves where we're like, can you believe we're actually working in the same company right now? This is so crazy because when we first met, we were in totally different companies, and we we just loved each other, and we're just friends and just cheered each other on. And now here we are, right? And we are, have been back to back building this for the last 7 years. And so what's really unique, guys, is I'm going to ask Margie maybe to share a little bit, Margie, if you wouldn't mind, a little of your backstory. I think that'd be so cool in regards to Modere, because guys, as a lot of you guys don't know, but it really, like, straight up, that if it wasn't for Margie, not one single person on this Zoom and one single person at Modere, I kind of get choked up even saying that, would be here. Not one of us would be here without her. So I am so grateful for her. She has, really, there isn't really anybody that can do the job that she can do when it comes to explain the products, because a lot of these amazing products that we have, like, she had her hands on helping kind of piece together and said, hey guys, we need this product. We need this product. Like, this is really, really important. And so, one of the things that I love about Margie, and I hope you don't mind, Margie, if I say this, but I was telling Tony's sister this today. I said, Andrea, that's her name. And I said, Andrea, after you listen to Margie, this is what you're going to really feel. You're going to be like, if I don't take these products every single day, I feel like I'm going to die. Like, because you do such an incredible job
You will.
of just walking through, right? Walking through these products where people just have, it's just a really simple layman's way of them going, oh my gosh, like, I really understand why I need to be taking these products. And so, guys, I asked her to share tonight really kind of the core, what she considers a core 5 here in Modere that all of us should be consuming, but really what we should be sharing with customers and potential customers as well, right? And these are ones that people should be taking, well, today till the day that they're not here, right? And that's what's really going to create that amazing, residual income piece for us, right? So, so without further ado, Margie, I would love to turn the floor over to you. I appreciate you so much for being on, and the training is all yours. Thanks again.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. So Sarah is speaking the truth when she tells you that we literally do pinch ourselves every day. I mean, as much as, yes, potentially this company wouldn't have continued going without me, wouldn't maybe have even gotten big and been who we attracted when we were able to attract the Zaleckis. But the bottom line also is, without the Zaleckis, we wouldn't be here either. They are the poster children of this brand, and they said yes before they knew what they were saying yes to, because they followed their gut. And it is through their tenacity and their vision and their 3 steps forward and 5 steps back in the beginning that we are here today. So yes, it is an honor. I remember the first time I saw Sarah and I'm like, oh my gosh, that girl entirely has it all going on. And now that we've been their homes and hang with each other's children, and literally we are family, I know all the more how incredibly blessed I am to be side by side with these amazing people. Sarah asked if I would quickly share my story, and maybe I can weave a couple of pieces together to help you know why I'm so passionate about this information that I'm going to share with you tonight. A lot of you have heard of my story, but for those who haven't, my background is that I am a junior high school music teacher. And about 32 years ago, I was at a crossroads, not wanting to go back to teaching school, not wanting to leave my little kids at home, but also knowing that I needed to generate income and not knowing what that would look like. So I signed a teaching contract, pit in my stomach, because I didn't want to miss their growing up years. And something inside of me just always told me there was something more for me, and that
This is
something more
Margie.
for me, that something more for me crossed my path 32 years ago. I knew it when I saw it. I believed. I had a sense of what was possible. And I had really big vision. Same thing, kind of young company, 5 steps forward, 7 steps back, right? It was a time that required a lot of grit. But what came together for me in network marketing, and specifically this very company, and it's why I have such a passion for the products, you guys. I've seen so many people's lives impacted by the very products that I'm going to talk to you today. And when you know something and you live it and you experience it, you can't not know it. But what came together for me, I've been a love of personal development from the time I was like 9 years old. My dad had a reel to reel copy of Acres of Diamonds. And I would listen to that and think, oh, these are such expansive ideas. That probably wasn't my word. I'd be like, this is big as an 8 year old, right? But the idea that we have the power to control our lives, to change, to like, it was so attractive to me. And then from a really young age, I also fell in love with health and wellness. In my 20s, when I was Mrs. Utah, of all things, I was invited to teach at a health clinic, a weight loss clinic in Salt Lake City, all of the nutrition around weight loss. I researched, I became such a student, and I learned so much. I read everything in sight. And so this was pre Modere, but pre any of this. I had a love and a passion for health and wellness. I learned it fast. If somebody talked about the science of a product, I would geek out and I could remember it and I loved it. So all of these things came together 32 years ago when that young girl said yes without really knowing what I was saying yes to either. And so it's been a magnificent ride. Within a year, I was making more money in a month than I could have made in a year teaching school. I made my first $1 million by the time I was 35. And I guess you could say the rest is history. Since then, it's been a fulfilling and purpose driven venture. And that's why I love to talk to you about this topic. And we talk a lot about the lean body system. We talk a lot about collagen because what's not to love about all of those things, right? We do that like no one in the world has ever done it. These are singular, impactful, effective, well prized, amazing, science driven products. The products that I want to talk to you today are maybe a little less flashy, but they're important for foundational health. And, you hear it said all the time that without your health, you don't have anything. And I guess unless you've lost your health for a short period of time, you might not even know the impact of that. But it's so true. There's no reason to aspire to be the richest man in the graveyard. And having traveled the world and just meeting people from all cultures, I know that here in the Western world, more than anywhere else, we have this idea that we can run our bodies ragged, run them into the ground, no thought of prevention. Like we feel invincible till all of a sudden it's too late. And then we think that modern medicine can fix us. Bad strategy. Bad strategy. So, what I'm going to share with you is based on two premises. One, that the body is infinitely wise. And if we give it the components it needs, it can heal itself. Number two, that prevention is better than cure. I talked to people through all of these years, people that would say, me the price of a group products and go, I can't spend $100 on those products. And then sure enough, a couple of decades later, they're taking $800 or $900 worth of prescription drugs with all of the side effects, no quality of life. They're alive, but they have no quality of life. My friends, what I want to share with you, I believe is so critical to being vital to your last breath. So if that is a goal, then I want to encourage you to include these foundational health products in your daily regimen. First of all, I want to start with a little bit of, how do we say it, bad news, the data, right? So in the United States, the number one cause of death in both men and women is heart disease, cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, stroke, all of those things. And if that doesn't get you, how about cancer, the second leading cause of death? If you're a man, you have a 1 in 2 chance of developing cancer in your lifetime. Guys, these are stats. If you're a woman, you have 1 in 3, and you have a 1 in 4 chance of dying from cancer. You guys, right? So much of the things I'm already mentioning are preventable if you take the right measure, give your body the things it needs so that it can ultimately heal itself. And then how about diabetes, right? I read a stat today by the CDC that there are 100 million people in the United States that have diabetes. I also had another stat that says 3.2 million people in the United States, which 1 in 10 is diabetic. 1 in 3 is pre-diabetic, right? This is associated with heart disease, stroke, vision loss, kidney failure, and premature death, right? I'm sorry, but I want, if you've been treating your body recklessly, I want this to serve as a wake up call for you. And I hope you find enough positive information, but I want to tell you the bad news first. And also, the US is top. In one of the top in terms of the obesity epidemic. More than 2/3 of adults and nearly 1/3 of children are overweight or considered obese. So, and then of course we know stress, the silent killer, right? Is anybody more stressed than we are? Hang on. It's my husband calling me. So, and then, I'm blown away also by how babies are being born with just rare and weird cancers. And like, how does that happen? I mean, where do these escalating rates come from? And what on earth can we do about it? First of all, for a long time, we really believed that almost everything was genetically driven. Like, if your parents were predisposed to any of these things, that by heredity, you automatically were going to have a predisposition. What we've learned by recent science, and that like we thought that 100% accounted for our wellness and where we were headed. What we've learned since with recent science is that only accounts for 20 to 30%, and 70 to 80% is based on our environment, our lifestyle, our daily toxic exposures or the lack thereof, and our personal choices. There's a book by a guy named Raymond Francis that's called Never Be Sick Again. In this book, he says that there is only one disease and there are only two causes of that disease. The disease is cellular breakdown, when our cells literally fall apart. And there are two things that cause that. One is an excess of toxicity. In other words, an onslaught of toxic exposures through the food, through the air, through our environment, through genetically modified foods, through all this stuff, to the point that our body doesn't know what to do. It literally overcomes our body. We're living in a very toxic society, way more than existed in our grandparents and our great grandparents' day, right? So excessive toxicity. And the other cause of disease is a lack of good nutrition. In other words, not giving our bodies enough of what they need to prepare, to repair. And even recently, I mean, here's what's interesting. Finally, the American Medical Association agreed that every adult must supplement because we aren't getting the things we need in our soil. And we need in our foods. Our foods are bereft. Even the American Medical Association finally said in 2004 that every adult should supplement their diet, right? So this is all presenting a case as to why this really does matter. And let's revisit one of the premises. Our body is infinitely wise. If we give it the components it needs, it will heal itself. We don't need to run ourselves ragged and then turn ourselves over to modern medicine. We need to think preventatively. So, you guys, and also I want to share this. I don't want to live austerely. I don't want to be into big denial. But here's what I've learned to do: offset some of my bad choices with good supplementation. So, I want to start by, well, let me just say this too. So there are a world of supplements, right? And so many different labels. How do you choose? How does just a lay consumer, we know who we trust, right? But how does a lay consumer know? There was a study conducted by the New York the state of New York attorneys general. In this study, they pulled nutritional supplements off of the shelves from Walmart, Mon Pa health food stores, big health food stores like GNC. They pulled all products and they tested them based on the label claim. Do you know, and I could pull the study out, but I don't have it exactly in front of me, like 85% of the products they tested didn't have any of the first ingredient on the label. Like if you're looking for echinacea and it says echinacea first, you would hope you can buy a product and get echinacea in it. And the other, like 15% of the ones they tested, did not have enough of the primary ingredients within the formulas to create any physiological benefit. You guys, are we so grateful that we have a company we can trust that manufactures our own products? We know the label claim remains true. We test the raw ingredients. If they don't meet our criteria of no carcinogens, no mutagens, no reproductive toxins, no GMOs, no pathogen-driven anything, like if they don't meet, no heavy metals, none of it. If they don't meet our criteria, we reject all of those ingredients and hold out to create our products with the purest, best ingredients. We test them every step of the way for purity, potency, efficacy. And then we put them in a stability chamber where we subject them to heat and moisture, two things that age products. And then we test them every 6 weeks for the life of the product, you guys, to make sure that they're maintaining their label claim. Who does that in today's world? Do you realize almost everything you find on the shelf has a label on it from a manufacturer that picked a formula from some vast book, and they have no idea whether the ingredients are really even in the product? There's all the bad news, right? Enter Modere. You guys, when you take these products into your hands, you are literally taking a miracle into your hands. And these products do perform, they do change lives. And that's why I'm so completely passionate about it. So Sarah already teed this up. The core 5 products. It would be cool if there were 4, but there are 5. So there you have it. It's called the core 5. These are the foundational products. And I want to tell you, I walk my talk. Are my supplements in here? If they were, I would show them. It's like I have a fish and tackle box of supplements that I take every day. That's how many I take. So let me start with this product, these products, and I'm going to talk about both of them because they are mostly the same product. This product are liquid minerals, a liquid mineral product. We've sold millions of bottles of this product. This product is probably more responsible for creating more millionaires in Japan than any other single product. People don't continue to buy a product like that if they don't get a result. And then recently, we took all the amazing goodness of this product and made it more convenient and made it taste so delicious and added a couple of amazing ingredients. So let me tell you a little bit about this. What we're talking about with these products are essential and trace minerals. And we're also talking about incredible amino acids, right? And so this is super important. Remember a minute ago, I mentioned that our soils have been farmed through the decades. And in fact, so bereft and trace minerals that they don't exist in the food supply if they don't exist in the soil. This was from a Senate document called Senate Document 264 that says, the impoverished soil of America no longer provides plant foods with the mineral elements essential for human nourishment and health. Laboratory tests prove that the fruits, vegetables, grains, eggs, milk, and meats of today are not what they were a few generations ago. No man of today can eat enough fruits and vegetables to supply his system with the mineral salts needed for perfect health. The stomach isn't big enough to hold them. Physical, mental, moral fitness depends largely upon an ample supply in proper proportion of minerals in the body, close quote. So the second reason, the first reason, they're not in the soil, they're not getting in the food supply. The second reason that we're not getting our minerals is because it's super difficult for our bodies to absorb them. They have to be in the right configuration and also the right molecular size for our bodies to take this up. We already know about bioavailability because that's the key we have with our collagen, right? It's bioavailable. Well, these minerals are bioavailable. Linus Pauling, raise your hand if you've heard about him. Linus Pauling, winner of the Nobel Prize, said that every disease known to man can be linked to a mineral deficiency, right? And then later we went on to discover connection with the osteoporosis, heart disease, liver disease, anemia, congenital defects, and so forth. So getting essential minerals and trace minerals is not an option. We must supplement. We're not getting them from our foods as much, and therefore we need to supplement. So let me just tell you a little bit about what some of these minerals do. And you guys, it's a rob Peter to pay Paul situation with minerals. So our body will, if we don't have enough calcium, our body will prioritize. Calcium is one of the things our body uses to alkalize our blood. If our blood varies even an iota in the pH, we would die. And so that is more important than bones. So your body in its wisdom, if you're not getting enough calcium, your body will rob from your calcium stores to alkalize your body because your body knows its priorities, right? So calcium, let me just tell you a little bit. I'm going to read some stuff. Calcium you need for strong and healthy bones. Magnesium for muscle strength, heart health. Energy, it helps with depression and regularity. We all want that. Chromium, right? These are like, this all, every metabolic function in the body is driven by a mineral. Can you tell? You need to supplement with these amazing products. And let me just tell you this, I take both. Chromium, you need that for balancing blood sugar and for help with circulation. Iron for healthy red blood cells and immune system support. Phosphorus, I mean, are you getting phosphorus elsewhere? I don't think so. I think you need to supplement it. Phosphorus for cell growth and for a normal heart rhythm, normal blood clotting, and healthy kidney function. Then there's vanadium. Have you ever even heard of it? Well, it's super important for cellular metabolism and proper levels of cholesterol. Selenium, very important. It positively impacts your metabolism, arthritis, cardiovascular disease, and even male infertility. Copper for bones, blood, brain, hair, skin. Manganese, right? Not even magnesium, manganese. We need that for metabolizing proteins and fat. We need it for healthy nerves. We need it for a healthy immune system. Zinc is important, and we need manganese for energy. You guys, like, I could go on and on. Zinc is super important. It helps us to fight wrinkles, which it's great then going hand in hand with collagen. It helps with the production of collagen, so it's a great companion to our liquid biocell. It also supports and promotes wound healing and helps you combat the common cold, right? Like, I could go on and I could go on and on and on about these products, but here you guys just need to supplement with these. So this one as well, I need to just mention a little something special about this. In addition to having the essential and trace minerals, in addition to being really bioavailable and super convenient in the stick pack, it also has an ingredient called Shilajit. Shilajit is an amazing discovery. We're very new, some of the first to market to really utilize this in a bioavailable way. Remember learning in science about the mitochondria in the cell and how the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, because that's where energy, ATP, is formed. Shilajit stimulates the mitochondria to produce ATP, energy at the cellular level. You guys, seriously? You're going to accomplish it with a swig in the morning and a swig at night. You can accomplish it with one of these in the day. Can you see any reason why you would deny your body of having this every single day when you know how important every metabolic function in the body, we're not getting it anywhere else, you have to supplement? I rest my case on the mineral product. Absolutely incredible. Now, the next place I want to go, I really, I really enjoy this. I take both. I can tell you, if I have a muscle twitch or something, I go for this one. I've seen what I want to tell you about minerals is it has broad spectrum benefit. I've seen each mineral is like a little selenium, right? Selenium helps keep your hair from graying. And does a million other things as well. That one little bit of these minerals, the essential and trace minerals, it's enough. And each mineral is like a key that goes in a lock that opens to abundant health. You guys, I cannot tell you the number of testimonials I've gotten, everything from ADD in children to, focus and memory and just across the board, such a broad spectrum beneficial product. Now, the way I like to take it, and if I feel something coming on, oh my heavens, do I beef it up with this amazing product. I'm going to talk to you now about green key. I like mixing the two of them. And in fact, I felt a little bit of a sore throat, a little bit of a runny nose, and I have been drinking the two of these all day long. I will put in a big liter or more bottle, one of these. I like 3 scoops of this. This to me is a little too earthy to have by itself. You'll find the same. It's a little difficult to get down, even if you know it's good for you. This is a little fruity juicy for me by itself. I like them together. They're such a great companion too. Now, for your green key, write down 4 words if you're a note taker. Write down the word alkalize, write down the word energize, write down the word nutrify, and write down the word detoxify. This amazing product does all of those things. So alkalinity, alkalizing our body, right? Our pH, I already told you how the body will do whatever it needs to keep the pH of our blood at perfect without any variance at all. Well, our body in general likes to be just a little on the alkaline side. So from 0 to 14, 0 being the most alkaline, or sorry, the most acid, and 14 being the most alkaline, our blood is 7.635, just this side of alkaline, a little to the a little alkalized. So this alkalizes, and what I've been taught is that disease cannot exist in an alkaline environment. That's why I pound this stuff along with this. If I feel anything coming on, just my absolute go-to. And so alkalizing the body, super important. Also, I mentioned energize. So our foods have can be energized can be measured in megahertz with a life force. I know, hang with me, this gets just a tiny bit deep, but I really think it's important so that you know that this can fully energize your body. Right, so each of our major organs vibrate at a megahertz. And in all of my years of doing this business, the things I hear more often is I want to lose weight and I need more energy. Those are the things I hear all the time. More energy, I need more energy, right? Well, we already talked about how this produces energy at the cellular level, like the real kind, ATP with the mitochondria, right? So that's super important. But this also, the density of the green food and the barley, wheat, and camograss, all of the marine greens, spirulina, chlorella, they're considered superfoods, right? So the intensity of energy, each one of our, and they vary 45 to like 65 or 70. If you measure the life force of a McDonald's hamburger or a piece of chocolate cake, it's like 1 or 3. And when you're eating these as your diet, can you imagine why your organs and you feel tired? Because you're operating at an energy deficit. You're not replenishing. This greens, like it's over 100, right? So you're getting power packed energy, pure energy to create that chi, that life force within you. So the other thing is nutrify, solid nutrition, right? You're getting more nutrition, just like that quote said. Like, we couldn't eat enough of the fruits and vegetables to be able to give us the goodness we can get from 1 scoop of this, and I like 3. So this is such an important product also for nutrifying and detoxifying. This literally, there are ingredients in this greens product that literally like scrub the cells, detoxify them, and help you to eliminate toxins from the cells. Would you ever be without this product? Would you ever be without this product? Like every day. This is an everyday product. Just mix it with this. It makes both of them taste better. So super, super important. All right, let's move. What is next? Okay, so the third product I want to talk about is one that we don't talk about, you guys. This is kind of an unsung hero product. And this is a bang for the buck. It is an astounding, this is 1999, and I think you get full points for it, like incredible. This product, let's first talk about why antioxidants are so important. We can eat antioxidants, right? We know that that there are a lot of foods that are rich in antioxidants, but I really believe in supplementing them as well. So what this helps to prevent is cellular oxidation. Literally, you've heard about antioxidants. They keep you from oxidizing. We literally rust. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but just like stuff can break down, we oxidize. Our bodies oxidize, and what antioxidants do is they neutralize free radicals. I know this is a lot of detail. Hang with me. So, what is a free radical? A free radical is an uncoupled electron that is kind of a rogue cell, a volatile, unstable cell. And like anything else in the body, these free radicals want homeostasis. So, what they do is they bounce around trying to find to rob off another electron so that they can have balance. This wreaks havoc in our body. When they attack a cell, that cell either dies or it's mutated. And then as go the cell, when that duplicates, it doesn't duplicate a plump, round, healthy cell. It duplicates a damaged cell, or it doesn't duplicate at all. And as goes our cellular health, so goes our entire body. These are the building blocks of life. This is an incredibly powerful antioxidant, and it gives your body the immune defense that it needs to neutralize free radicals. Okay, let's see the ingredients of this. So back in the day when we brought this product out, it was revolutionary. So two of the ingredients come from a family of antioxidants called pycnogenols. And back in the day when we launched this product, there was kind of two camps that said, oh, the maritime pine bark is best. And there were products that had that. Or some people that said, oh no, the grapeseed extract is way more potent, right? Whatever the case may be, we know that it's like 20 times more powerful than vitamin C. We get something coming, we've come down with something, we grab for the vitamin C. This is 20 times more powerful. And the A and the E in this, vitamins A and E, are 50 times more powerful than vitamin C. Or this is 50 times more powerful than A and E, and 20 times more powerful than vitamin C. So super, super important product. Also has ginkgo biloba, which is great, as you know, for brain food. I want to share a personal experience with this product. I believe that I have better cellular health today than I did 25 years ago. I've been taking this product for 4 a day. Have you heard of a live blood cell test? Has anyone heard of that? Where they draw your blood and then they look under a microscope at this? Yeah, good. A couple people. They look at your blood, and the way they can tell if you're healthy is looking at your cells. And if your cells have a very strong, firm wall and they're round and plump and they flow freely and there's no parasites, then you know you have super healthy blood. So I'm about now in my, I don't know, early 30s when this product comes out. I had just recently had a live blood cell test, and my cells were misshapen and they were glomming together. They were not that healthy. The cell wall was not as resilient and strong. You can see it, right? You're looking at your blood and going, that's not good. Compared to how it could look. You guys, I started taking this, tested again 6 months later. Beautiful, strong cell wall, integrity of the cell, moving around, floating freely, no parasites. I mean, just unbelievable. I am sold on this product. Once again, if I take 4 of them a day, no matter what. If I feel something coming on, man, I go right to this green key. I go to Revitalize and I just drink that stuff all day long, and I dose up on this. And I'll also say immune health. Every home needs immune health. Let me just throw it in here a little bit. You don't take it all the time unless you're suffering with allergies, then you can. It's something you take when you feel your immune system's compromised, and then you give your body enough of it that it can really make a difference. A conversation for another time. Okay, let's see, where are we? So that is, oh, and then let me also mention that in addition to the white pine bark and the grapeseed extract, we have both. We decided we'd take both camps and bring it in. We added curcumin. Now we know curcumin comes from turmeric. Maybe I have a quote here that I want to read you. This is it's a little sketchy of a quote, but but I'm quoting someone, right? So it's not me saying it. Curcumin. We formulated this product like 30 years ago. No one even had heard of turmeric or curcumin. And so let me just read. This is a quote from the Physician's Desk reference, pdrhealth.com. Curcumin and other curcuminoids have entered into phase 1 clinical trials for cancer prevention by the National Cancer Institute. They've exhibited significant anti-carcinogenic effects in numerous studies. They've also demonstrated antiviral, antifungal, and immune modulating effects. They may be helpful in some forms of arthritis. They also help lower cholesterol. I rest my case, right? Does this now become a part of your regimen? If it wasn't, raise your hand if you are going to get yourself some antioxidant. And you guys, it's phenomenal for volume because it's full PV. All right, let's see. Let's talk about omega-3s and the importance of omega-3s for our brain, for our heart, even for our joints. Highly, highly beneficial. It's just a non-negotiable, you guys. For vital health, you need to take an omega-3 every single day. We get plenty of fats from other sources, but even when we're getting like 6 and 9, omega-3, omega-6 and 9, we're always deficient in omega-3s. We need to supplement with omega-3s, and more, I mean, it helps with dry skin, it helps with poor coordination, impaired vision, it helps with joint discomfort, it helps with allergic reactions. Sometimes it'll help if you have tinglings in your arms or your legs. It helps people even lose weight, right? Because they're getting the healthy fats. Anyway, absolutely essential. And then to bring us in for finality here, probiotic. You guys, absolutely an everyday, everybody product, because gut health is your first line of immune defense. One of the books that I read when I said I studied absolutely everything I could get my hands on so that I could make good nutritional recommendations to these people I was teaching about nutrition back when I was ever so young. I read a book by Bernard Jensen, written in, I think, 1935, called Tissue Cleansing. This is a stark and difficult topic, but death, in fact, does begin in the colon. And I'm going to say something that is going to gross you out, but I'm going to say it anyway, because it needs to be heard, you guys. The average male dies with pounds and pounds of rotting fecal matter in their colon. Right? There it is. It is so important that we treat our body well when it comes to digestion. And a probiotic, what does it really mean? Probiotic, pro-life, antibiotic, anti-life. And what does an antibiotic do? It wipes out all of your healthy bacteria. And why is this one so special? And why is it better than anything else on the market? Because it remains shelf stable without being refrigerated. What makes probiotics so difficult to remember to take is that they're in the refrigerator. This you can have by the side of your bed. You can take it, unless you're intermittent fasting, first thing in the morning, right? You can keep it in your purse or carry it with you. This is such an incredible breakthrough. At one stage of my life, I was consulting companies on creating probiotics. And one of the things that I learned is that almost every probiotic company over formulates because there's incredible die-off. These are live bacteria that are going to populate and create balance within your gastrointestinal tract so that you have a healthy microbiome and you have a good balance of healthy and bad bacteria, right? So one reason that companies will overformulate is, first of all, in transit. They're not always kept in refrigerators. So there's big die-off. Also, our acidic gastric juices also wreak havoc with probiotics. So few in a typical formula, so few of these live cell bacteria actually make it to where they need to go. Enter Modere probiotic that tastes absolutely delicious. It's absolutely convenient. You know, experts say that a balance of good bacteria in the intestinal tract is your first line of immune defense. And considering that your body is made up of more than 37 trillion cells, do you know that there are 100 trillion cells in the form of good and bad bacteria in your intestinal tract alone? Right? They call it the second brain. It is important that you give attention to that balance of good and bad, healthy and bad bacteria. So this is an incredible product, an everyday, everybody product that you absolutely must take. And there's no sugar consequence to it. It's sweetened with xylitol, which incidentally is good for teeth. How sweet is that? So absolutely incredible products. And, you know, just kind of to recap here, you've got your minerals. I take both. I would definitely say get both. And then you pick when you use them. I default to this one a lot. I take this one every day. I think my body needs it. And then green key. So you got your minerals, liquid minerals, and Revitalize. You've got green key that alkalizes, energizes, nutrifies, and detoxifies. You've got antioxidant. I think probably some of you learned some things about what an antioxidant does in terms of neutralizing free radicals. It literally stops the cellular damage of then breaking down cells that reproduce broken down cells. This is such an important product, along with eating antioxidants, right? And then omega-3s, non-negotiable, you guys. Brain, heart, right? Healthy joints, critical, critical, critical. And then finally, the probiotic. They're your core 5 products. And I just want to encourage you, maybe, let's go back to where we started, that without your health, you really don't have anything. Don't need to be the richest man in the graveyard, you guys. And you know this, that our health is critically important, pivotally important. And so, you know, along with all of this, drink a lot of water, breathe air, get outside, move your body, stretch, like all of those things. I'm a big fan of intermittent fasting. I have improved my health even in all the amazing things I do with these supplements. I've improved my health with intermittent fasting. So just consider some of these other things as well. And then I have some good news and some bad news. And the good news is your choices matter. Guess what the bad news is? Your choices matter, right? Like you really can make a difference in your own health by preventatively doing some of these things. And I hope that you consider making all 5 of these supplements a part of your everyday regimen. I hope that you recognize you have a choice and you can make a difference, and there's no reason to do anything but be vibrant until your very last breath. And so I really hope that this was valuable. I hope that you will make some modifications if you've been reckless, at least offset some of the bad choices that you've been making, and be healthy because the choice is yours. Love you guys.
Thank you, Margie. We appreciate you so much. Everyone's asking for the replay already. So, oh my God.
Yay,
Thank you.
yay, yay.
Thank you. Everyone's loving you in the chat. It's blowing up. And again, thank you so much. And you're amazing. And it's just such a good reminder, especially for us starting the new year, where, the bad news is our choices matter and the good news is our choices matter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. We love you. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, everyone.
Thanks all.